Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah, so you're Marvin Jackson and you're Stephanie Smith, right?
Correct.
Full name.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then how'd you guys meet and start working together?
We met at a RIA group.
Okay. Are you co-preneurs? Are you just business partners?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So all right, go ahead. Ask the questions and I'll just answer.
No, there's just a lot of couples out there, so I was just trying to clarify.
Oh, okay, see?
He's the married one.
Seriously,
I'm the single one.
nothing beyond just, I do a lot of interviews and there's like husband and wife duos and everything. So that's why I was just asking.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. We had a rough journey with this deal, so it
was not rough to me, but to him it was very rough.
It was very, very rough. All right.
What? Just dive right into it. I want to hear about this.
All right, so we're from Philadelphia.
Okay.
And the market that this deal occurred in is around, can we say the universities? Like the three major universities in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Ivy League, one, and the other two. So this housing is usually occupied by professors or I guess
Doctors.
Yeah, doctors and usually
Lawyers.
people who are
Did you
a
say
part
players?
of that university. Exactly. It's like these people are, I want to say upper class, like upper middle class.
Middle class, upper class.
Yeah. So you wouldn't think to find a wholesale deal in that area. You
Okay.
wouldn't think to find any deals in that area. Everything will most likely be retail. So my office is not too far away from the deal we found. And in true DealMachine fashion, I was driving, saw the house with all the indications, all the warning signs, and I kind of dismissed it for like 3 days in a row. I was like, no, there's no way in the world that this house is vacant or somebody wants to sell it or it's in bad shape. So this was a 3-story property. On the 3rd floor, there's a door that leads to like a Cinderella balcony.
Okay.
That door was open for 4 days. So I was like, wait a minute. All right. So
Yeah,
I
something's
stopped
wrong.
the car. Exactly. So I stopped the car, I got out, and I saw that there was a broken window in the front. So I was like, boom, there it is. And this was the first deal I loaded in the DealMachine.
Oh, that's good.
I've been trying to do everything low budget for the longest. Like I was handwriting letters. I was stuffing my own envelopes. I actually went and bought the grandma roll of stamps. You know, the grandmoms at the post office, they always get that roll of stamps so they can send their grandsons $20. You know, that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so put it in the DealMachine. It came up with something like 30 addresses for this guy and all these different phone numbers. Like in weird places. So the one address, actually, they sent it to the house, but then the other addresses were like far off, like Rancho Cucamonga and places like that. So we actually had that one address that we had to deal with. So we dealt with that one address. He got the postcard in like 7 days, and after 7 days, he called me, and I didn't expect it to be a real person. I thought it was just, I don't know. It was weird. So when he finally got in contact with me, I spoke with him. He tried to book an appointment for like 3 days in the future. I wouldn't have it. I think it was a Friday, and I automatically just jumped on it and said I wanted to meet you on a Saturday, like Saturday at 11 a.m. So, and then that is where the drama pretty much started. You want to join in?
No.
She tells a better story than me.
Okay. So how I got involved in it, because I wasn't involved from him putting it into DealMachine. He happened to call me and say, hey, even though he told me I was the first person, I don't think I was, but he said, hey, I have this deal. You're the first person that I contacted. And he was like, he wanted to know, was I interested? Now, when he asked me, was I interested, by me being a buyer, I thought he meant like, was I interested in buying the property? He later said it was a wholesale, but for me, I took it as being a buyer. And when he told me he had an appointment and I knew what area it was in, I was like, don't worry, I'll meet you at that appointment with you. So for his initial appointment, I went in for his initial appointment. When I went in for his appointment, from his initial appointment, he negotiated with him. After he negotiated with him, I said, look, I'm not going to be able to buy this property because I probably needed about $70K just to get into the loan and everything. So I said, if you want to wholesale it, I can come up with 30. You can come up with 30. I'm like, we should keep this for ourselves. But that was a no-go.
No.
So from there, we decided, I said, hey, give me this contract for 4 days. And within 4 days, I will get it under contract. He said, all right, cool, no problem, because he knows that I wholesale as well as flip.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I got involved at as being as it being a joint venture. And on like maybe like the second day or even the first day, the first time that I posted it, I think I had like 10 to 15 people hit me up saying, hey, I want it. Even when I had some of my colleagues or, you know, some big investors that I haven't even worked with before, when they started hitting me up, I was like, I know this is a good deal. I was like, because I got this person hit me up, that person. And it wasn't like the typical people who say, hey, I'm interested, and then that's it.
Right.
So the day of our showing, we literally had about 10 to 12 people that came in to view the property. And from there, we got offers. So you want to get into?
I got it on the contract for, well, first I had it on the contract for 150.
Okay.
It's perfect. The guy who was the seller, his girlfriend is actually the one that wears the pants. So she wasn't in agreement with that 150. So he sent me a counter offer, and we ended up settling at 210. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah, got it under contract from there. I shot it over to Steph. She shot it out into the ether. All the offers came back. We had a sort of a bidding war, but we had to decide to go with one of the people that we knew best, you know, to keep it loyal, even though we had an offer for like 40,000 more, I think. What was it, 30,000 more?
Yeah, so we had,
Whoa. Why didn't you take your 40,000 higher offer?
Because loyalty.
Yeah.
Like,
you're not that guy's employee.
huh?
You are not that guy's employee.
We were partners. We actually sat down and we shuffled the cards and we thought about it like, hey, we know these people. And after this deal, when we get more deals, we're going to call them again. So we don't go with them and decide to chase the money, which I'm glad we didn't, because there's an even deeper story to go along with it.
All right, let's hear it. But I'm not convinced yet.
Okay. All right. So we went with that person because that person always adds value to us. So we said, even though we have to pay him, even though the fee that he was getting was a lower amount, because we could have done the deal on our own, we said we want to bring him in because this is both of our first time to be able to have the opportunity to do a deal with him, and he's poured so much knowledge into us, into our business. Also, we also felt as if with this particular deal, we said, look, we weren't going to do a bidding war. We wanted to keep it fair. So we said, everybody give our highest and best. We go with the person that gives the highest and best. So he had a buyer, and his buyer gave the highest and best. So after that, that's when we said, sorry, you know, we went with other buyers, and they all started shooting higher numbers. We'll give $350 cash, with proof of funds.
We didn't tell them the number.
Oh, yeah. So we settled on
330.
We settled on 330.
So we had it under contract for 220 or 210. We settled for 330, and
assignment fee of 120.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
So an assignment fee of 120. So we settled on that. So then we got offers in at 350. Then the funny one was we got an offer in at 360, and he said, no, I have cash. And we was like, okay, bank statements. He's like, no, I have straight cash. Can I escrow the cash?
Yeah, like a trash bag full of money. Yeah, this is Philadelphia, so it's a little.
You didn't do the deal with that guy.
No, it's actually his friend. But you said it was your friend.
It was my friend until you pulled a bag of cash. Like, I don't know that. I don't know this.
Oh my God.
We pay taxes.
Yes. So we went with that. So we went with that deal, and it winded up working out really well for us.
Yeah.
You want to tell more?
Oh, all right. So in between us signing the deal and closing the deal, the seller went to jail. Crazy, right? The
seller went to jail?
He went to prison. Yes.
Prison.
So
for what?
He was already in some legal trouble, and I guess he didn't report to whoever he was supposed to report to, and they came and picked him up.
A bench warrant.
Yeah.
He had a bench warrant already out for his arrest, but it was his first violation. But yeah, so
2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think he was in jail. So the girlfriend was still running the show, and the girlfriend's like hysterical. So she's like, I'm getting stabbed. Oh, like she's the marketer, but I'm the original. I signed the wholesale deal, so I have to deal with the client, and she just gets to sit back. That's why she didn't go.
I dealt with the buyer. That's the easiest thing.
The buyer was cool because
I bring the buyer to the table.
Yeah, that's all you have to do is write the check.
I brought the buyer. You got to keep your client in check. So
yeah, I dealt with all the drama. We actually together. We went up to the prison.
Oh, let's talk about the pastrami rolls. He's taking them out to eat. Yeah, they're calling saying we have no groceries and so I'm like, oh heck no.
$120. If I gotta buy a $5 sandwich for $120, I'm doing it. Like, are you doing it? I'm doing it. Everybody's doing it.
Of course. It's just a little bit odd that that was the situation. That's good. I would definitely do it too.
Yeah. So me and her, we like yin and yang. I'm the smooth talking, I guess. I'm the good cop. She's the bad cop. Put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, matter of fact, like, no, you're not getting anything. I'm like, dude, they got to eat. So what if they get mad and don't want to do the deal? And then, we got to go through that mess.
That's when you bring in the good cop.
Yeah, exactly. So I smoothed everything over,
Yeah.
But nonetheless, so we closed the deal this past Friday.
At 12:30 in the morning.
12:30 in the morning in the residence.
You mean like at midnight? Like right after midnight?
Yeah, sitting in the house at midnight. Now, this house doesn't have any utilities on, and in Philadelphia, it's cold right now. It was like 40 degrees.
Uh-huh.
So we're in there freezing. Everyone can see each other's breath. Situation where the cops were called.
A couple times.
Yeah, because there were two occupants there who were staying there illegally, basically. But they didn't want to leave once the house, once we were going to change over. And our end buyer didn't want to sign until the house was completely vacant. So we had to do a PFA, which is
So we had to do a PFA, which is the protection from abuse with an eviction, because one of the tenants left, one of the persons that was living here left, but the other person left unruly. And so with being violent towards a sibling, that calls for an emergency, and that person already had a case previously where she stabbed the seller's girlfriend.
Trust me, this is the craziest story, but it was worth it. Like, in the end of it, when we got our checks, it was worth it. And then, the funny thing that happened, like the sellers, they're kind of, I don't know, they're kind of different. The seller's different, a very bright gentleman, but probably been through a couple of things. The girlfriend kind of, they lost $100,000+ check, by the way. $187,000.
Yes, they lost the check.
They lost it.
Yeah.
So we cashed them out. so we cashed them out because they had to vacate the premise that night. So we cashed them out so they can have some cash to go stay in the hotel. Then we gave them a small check that would clear fast, and then we gave them the bulk. So it would take a little while for that.
Okay.
They called us Sunday morning, I believe. And
because I'm done. I got my check, my end buyer bought, and I'm good.
I'm the customer service guy. So they called me and told me that they lost the check. And by this time, I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I thought we were all the way done. We were just waiting for, actually, we escrowed $5,000 so we can, because they left some possessions because they weren't able to get most of their possessions out. So they took clothes and then they had to come back and get the furniture. So I'm pretty much holding on to the keys and being the custodian of the property so they can get back in and get their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they contacted me again and they're like, we lost our checks. It's like, this got to be a dream. Like, who loses $200,000?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Dude, that's insane.
So definitely I don't think the deal this could have went on for months. This was a very successful deal where literally you got it under contract in about days. About a month, and we closed 20 from beginning to end. And what was really great is he did ask, hey, what made you go with us? There's so many different We Buy Houses signs, and he said, and we actually seen it on the table, he's the only card that has a picture of the house in front.
Right.
And so that's what made this well, that's what made the girlfriend tell the seller to be able to get in contact with him. So it definitely shows that the pictures do help with being able to say, hey, we're really interested. We're so interested that we stalked your house and took a picture outside, and we want you to give us a call back. And then on top of that, to close our first largest deal of $120,000 was amazing. To be able to, for me, to be able to be brought onto it with my little short contract of 4 days, and to be able to work together with Marv to be able to close this deal was amazing as well. And it just goes to show, you know, teamwork, loyalty with people that we're learning from as well. And, you know, no matter what the hurdles are, we went to go visit him in prison. I actually convinced him to sign while he was in prison, and I said, don't worry, you'll get your stuff afterwards. But it was some hiccups there. I was telling the warden off, the public notary. We went through a couple hurdles within this deal, but at the end of the day, to still have a 29-day closing, and literally, I don't know about Marv. Marv put in more time than me, but I literally probably put in about 5 hours or more, like maybe 5 to 6 hours. And literally, well,
rub it in.
Yeah.
I worked like 50, 60 hours on this one. No, I wasn't getting sleep.
They were like, texting him at the girlfriend
at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, 3, 4 o'clock every day. She was very consistent. Yeah. Texting him. She would have her highs and lows, ask for food, groceries.
It was cool. So yeah. I blame you, Dave. Like if you didn't start this act, like I wouldn't have went through all that pain and anguish. So it's all your fault.
Oh shoot! It's all your fault. On me.
It's all your fault. It was your bright idea to put the pictures on the front to get people to respond quicker. So,
dude, that's funny right there. I guess I owe you a $5 sandwich.
Yeah. Wait, actually, how many did we buy?
You bought a few.
We bought a few. It's cool. It's all right. We're making do. I just upgraded my status too.
Yeah.
So I'm no longer on the first.
The sandwich shop?
No, not the sandwich shop with DealMachine.
Oh, I thought you meant you upgraded your status at the sandwich shop because you bought some.
No, I think I'm ejected from there because I ordered too much and I wanted it too fast. It's like a little small delicatessen, and they pride themselves on being not like a McDonald's. So they take forever with your sandwich, but it comes out to be the size of a cheesesteak or a steak and cheese, whichever one you call it.
Oh my gosh. Dude, this has got to be the most entertaining story that I've ever heard on one of these. I've got to tell you.
It's unscripted. I guarantee you there's 5 other people that can contest to this story.
Oh, so we have crazy footage. Well, I do kind of. Yeah, you do. I have crazy footage. So literally on my Instagram, so my Instagram is @MyLifeIsRealEstate. And previously for my stories, people were telling me that they're watching my popcorn. They eating popcorn watching my stories because we went from, hey guys, you know, I'm getting ready to close on this deal, watch it go down, to we went from being in prison to, hey, this is the day it's about to go down. So that entire day, they see fights because literally the girlfriend who's pregnant starts almost like they're fighting with the sister, and the sister's like, no, to the cops being in the house and basically saying, ma'am, you have to go, to the captain/supervisor coming out, and I'm getting all this footage on my Instagram to taking a picture of that check, like, mama, I made it.
They lost their check.
They lost their check.
I can't believe it.
Dude, and we hung in there though. Like 12 a.m.
12:30. We got the girl out at maybe about 12 o'clock, and at 12:02 we start sitting down signing papers. Yeah. Oh, and while all that is going on, I brought my guy to board up the house, and while the cops are there and everything, and change all the locks. I was like, she's going. She may not be going right now, but she's going in the next couple hours.
Get it all done right at that time. It's smart. So I go to a title office whenever I close a deal. How did you do that at 12:30 a.m.?
All right, so we started at a title agent. We started there. So there was an issue with. This was 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the afternoon, probably.
Okay.
It was like 2:30 in the afternoon. So we started there, and then it turned into a field trip because the lawyer that works for the title agent, and he wanted to make sure that everything was clear. So we all took a field trip to the property. Mm-hmm. So we took a field trip to the property. We took the lawyer. We took the notary. We took the end buyer. It was me and her. Then it was like a whole slew of other people there. So We got to the property probably around like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then it lasted from 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then all the shenanigans in the middle to 12 a.m. to us signing and walking out of the place and just being happy.
So
And we have a good rapport with.
Sorry?
Was your title agent with you at 12:30?
Yes.
Yes. We have actually a good relationship with them. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we close with them all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like they're like extended family, and it's like they were a part of the same RIA that we met at, and you know, it just branched out into different, like a tree almost. Like the RIA started everything, and everyone branched out and did different things, and we all kept in contact. So
that's really, really cool. I mean, that's obviously a place and a really good example of how having that loyal relationship with somebody can work to your advantage.
Yeah, so I don't think we would have made out that well
if we didn't have the lawyer.
Yeah, if we didn't have the lawyer, and we didn't go with that buyer, because the other buyers that wanted more money, it seemed, I mean, were offering more money. I don't think they would have went through all the ups and downs, so they would have quit on us. But yeah, this buyer, he stuck with us.
All right,
so
that was really awesome. That's so impressive. Now, is every deal you guys do a 6-figure deal?
No, this is the first 6-figure deal. Like usually they're pretty much the cookie cutter deals, the $5,000 here, the $3,000 here, the 10. Oh, I made 10 grand. Yeah. But when we caught this one in the net, it was like, whoa, I'm not letting this go.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so ARV. So ARV was about $850. So that's why this was a really hot deal. That's why I wanted to keep it as well.
Everybody made money. The buyer is going to make money after his rehab. He's probably going to put 150 to like 200 into it, and he's going to be able. Well, actually, the ARV is going up because there's 3 properties across the street that just closed. They were around like 1.5, 1.6. So those were the higher ends. The lower ends were in the 8s.
Yeah.
So he's going to make out with money. Me and her worked together. We were able to split that. And the person that brought the end buyer to us, we gave him an assignment fee. The sellers, they got oodles of money. They had money that they didn't have before, and they're out of a bad situation, hopefully into a better one. And it was a great learning experience. It made money. The whole team made money, and everyone's happy.
And it doesn't end there, because it doesn't end there if the seller doesn't want it to. And so that's one thing that we try to stress. We did give him options to be able to invest. At this time, he's not as interested because, once again, that girlfriend has him. However,
he lost a check.
Yeah.
So get a new check.
However, we hope, and we told him that our door is always open to be able to help him invest in the future if he wants to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Because he has had a large sum of money in the past that didn't really work out for him as well.
And in the long run, I know that's your philosophy, and it's my philosophy too, to help people overall. Like, we helped a whole bunch of people, and we made a whole bunch of money.
Of course.
Nothing better than that. So.
And you got some sandwiches.
And we got sandwiches. Delicious sandwiches.
I never got a sandwich though. Where's my sandwich? Oh, we did say we're going to go to a celebration dinner.
Yeah, but we have to. We're actually still catering to the seller.
I'm not catering to. I'm done.
So I'm still the custodian of the property, and they have a few items there that they're supposed to be retrieving today.
Okay.
Hopefully today or tomorrow. If not, then we have that $5,000 in escrow that we can use for a moving company.
Okay. Wow, guys! Congratulations. That was a huge deal.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you made it through a lot. It sounds like, and you'll never forget that story. If you do, it'll be on our YouTube channel. So.
Oh, all right. Damn, I should have got a haircut. It's cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, thank you so much, Dave, for being able to, reaching out and letting us be able to tell our story, because we were just. I don't know if we were going to keep this to ourselves. The stories on Instagram are like 24 hours, and that's it. So I was just like, okay, on to the next deal.
You want to tell them how we found out about DealMachine?
How
did you find out about DealMachine?
Maybe through Max. I probably found out through Max, because I keep in contact with, is it Jason or?
Jason from who? From where?
Oh, that's not Jason. I forgot his name. Josh, yes.
Yeah,
So
she knows people. I don't know anybody.
So I met Josh at We Live 19.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah, and then I'm cool with Crystal. So Crystal told me, "Hey, join." So I have the Enterprise. I have Enterprise.
Oh, it's cool. I know Joseph. It's the dude that made my sandwich.
Oh,
so now she name dropping. I'm nobody, but we made the deal happen.
No, I was thinking of Jason. He owns another platform, but Josh works.
But yeah, that was it. Like, you know, YouTube University, watching Max, and came out with this. It's like DealMachine. I was like, man, they trying to cut into my profits. I was doing that. Like I was wrapping the individual envelopes and trying to put a picture in there and stuff like that. But of course, I was scanning it off my own printer. It was crappy. So people were looking like, who's this kid sending me drawings and stuff like that? So it wasn't the best product.
Stop it.
Nobody called me. So as soon as I used DealMachine, somebody called off the first deal. So.
But yeah, that's how I found out about DealMachine, through We Live.
Awesome. That's definitely awesome to hear. And I'm glad you got to meet Josh. I'm sorry I didn't get to meet you. I was there too.
Oh,
see?
You were weren't you on stage? No.
Not there. The Polites were on stage. They talked about DealMachine.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're super cool too. I would love to meet them. They're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Come to We Live 2020. I bet they'll be there.
Yeah.
Where's it gonna be?
Atlanta.
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
When?
February.
Oh yeah.
All right. What's up?
It's like it's only like 2 days. I think it's the 6th through 8th.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. So.
I'll be there. I got money now.
I'll see you there.
All right.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll close a whole lot more deals and I'll get more emails saying that we should tell you a story.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to hear another story. I mean, if they're all as good as this, you guys are just entertaining yourselves.
The next one is going to be super boring. It's going to be like, we signed the contract and sold the house.
Oh, I have a good one. It wasn't. I mean, it didn't make that much money, but it was.
Don't worry about it.
She wound up being schizophrenic, and yeah.
Oh man.
It's you. You bring the chaos to the deal. Every other deal I had before then, it was like, oh, here's your paper, here's your money, and that's it. You know.
So yeah, but yeah, I always have crazy stories that go along with my deals.
So yeah, we're forming a partnership on another level, so we can always do these deals together because just like I said, the yin to the yang.
You guys work well together. Yeah,
I'm more of a people person. She's more stern. It should be the shoe on the other foot, but you can't see it coming from me and you can't see it coming from her.
Yeah, I don't play. And I don't know if maybe I would have lost the deal. I don't know how it would have went. Or it could have went another way where, because the girlfriend actually respected me more, like a little bit. She doesn't call me. So I kind of let her know, look, this is how the process is. This is cool. XYZ. He's like, no problem, pastrami rolls. Here I come. No problem. I'm like, listen. Yeah,
I will call delivery guy and he will have that sandwich to you, miss. To sign on the dotted line. That's it.
Well, I do want to deliver something to you guys. It's not a sandwich, but I can send you some swag from the DealMachine store for free if you're interested. So I'll send you guys a link so you guys can pick out something that you like.
Oh, yes. Awesome. Great product. We love it.
Oh, thanks, guys.
I love
you guys too.
I don't know if it's coming through on the video, but I got a oddly shaped head. So if you have like the hats, I might need to give you a doctor's note. I might need a prescription for my hat size. It's a little weird back here. But the shirts, I'll take shirts and hoodies and stuff.
We got shirts and hoodies, and we have a phone case, and then our hats come in medium, like small, medium, and then large, extra large, and they're stretchy. So they're
I don't know. We'll try. Okay. We'll try for the extra large.
So what can
got all that intelligence up in there, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Thank you. See, man, takes one to know one, right?
That's right. Yeah, I got a weird speed head too.
What could we be looking forward to with DealMachine? Anything new coming out?
Yeah, since you guys have the enterprise plan, we actually just released a new training portal and onboarding page for the deal finders. So are you familiar with the landing page you can set up so that people can sign up on your team? Yeah,
so I have a landing page. I know that some things have to be tweaked a little bit because they like, oh, you can make up to $20, and I'm like, wait, hold on.
Right. Yeah. So all that is, it's if you log on to your website and go to the team page where you can configure all of that. So you can configure everything that it says.
Wow.
And then once they sign up, then they go through this like 6-video training portal. So you can customize that too. And you can say like distress level 1, level 2, or level 3. So basically you can tell them like what level of distress you want them to look for.
Okay.
And then there's a few other areas like payment structure. You can also configure that. So then they're going to get the training on your payment structure that you've opted for. And it's 2 examples. So it'll really just improve the communication that they get on the front end so they can start adding properties faster without wasting a lot of your time.
Great. That's awesome. Because I just recruited a utility worker.
Perfect. That's a perfect.
Yes. Awesome. All right. Any more questions for us?
No, that's all. Thank you guys so much for sharing your time in that story, man. I'm going to remember that forever. That was great.
No problem, Dave. Awesome. We look forward to seeing you soon at one of the conferences.
Likewise. I'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.